Well, hey, I woke up super early, and you can only do so many crossword puzzles and listen to so many audio books. And I thought, let me just get up because last night I went grocery shopping and I was at Target and I found the best thing. You know how I've talked about using maple syrup in coffee, but I've never done it because I don't want to buy a whole big thing of it. Look at this cute little container. This is, how much is in here? 3.4 fluid ounces. Well, my gosh, you could take this on an airplane with you. And I got some ground cloves. I love the odor of cloves. My nose is a little stuffy. I can barely get any of the smell up my nose. But when I was a little kid, dentists' offices always smelled like cloves, and I had to go to the dentist a lot. I didn't like it, but for some reason I did like the odor of the cloves. Well, anyway, so this recipe that I had been looking into, now of course you can just use maple syrup to sweeten your coffee, but this was maple syrup and cloves. And I thought, this is really unusual. Let's see, let me grab the milk here. Okay, I've got some 30 calorie per cup almond milk. And this is what I'm gonna do here. Let me get my little container. Okay, so I'll do this over here where you can see. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead. You always need to shake these things up. I'm gonna put in about 3.5 ounces of milk. Okay. I'm gonna put in 2 little shakes of cloves. Now, I was reading in a lot of these recipes, it said use 1 to 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. And I was thinking, well, I could get a teaspoon measure out. Or, those syringes you use to give children medicine and you draw up 5 milliliters, which is 1 teaspoon, or 10, which is 2 teaspoons. Well, you could use one of those. But as I often do, I'm just gonna, okay. I think that was probably a couple of teaspoons. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on the base of the milk frother and turn it on. So this will give me maple clove milk. And, so I want to show you. I was having trouble pulling my little Pixie coffee maker in and out. So while I was at Target, I got this little cutting board. It's $4 cutting board, but it's just perfect because I can pull the whole thing in and out and the whole thing fits on it. It's just great. Okay, let me pop this milk back in the fridge. Certainly doesn't need to be sitting out. Oh, so yeah, it is almost 5:30 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States, January 28th, 2022. I don't even have my watch on yet, but it is cold out there. It's in the 40s, and so I put on, long sleeves, and I feel much cozier this way. So that milk should be frothed up in just a few seconds here. And while I'm doing this, let me just recommend my favorite Jordan Skinny syrup. Here, I'm going to turn it around to make sure you can read this. Jordan Skinny syrup, maple bourbon pecan. That's my favorite. So I'm not going to use that right now, but just for future reference, it makes everything taste great. Okay. My nose is too stuffy to be able to smell this. I hope I'll be able to taste everything okay. You know how sometimes when your nose is stuffy, it's hard to taste things. You know what? Okay, the froth. Ooh, the froth is still in here. The liquid milk poured out. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me lower this down so you can see this. I'm going to go ahead and make some espresso in here, and then I'll put the froth on top. Okay, so what kind am I going to make? How about just something, I want something that's not going to conflict with the flavors I already have. So I will use this Vanilla Eclair. It's heated up. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, now just start putting some, oh wait, before I put the foam on, I'll mix that up. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, I still, hang on. Let me turn this around. So I still have some more foam. It really foamed up well. But I'm going to taste this. Oh golly, my taste buds are a little bit affected by the fact that my nose is stuffed. Let me try a bigger amount. Oh, it's a very interesting flavor. I know I say that so much, but I'm just at a loss for adjectives for flavor. You got to try it. Oh, this is a very exciting flavor because okay, this is not like some sweet Starbucks kind of drink where you're mostly tasting the flavorings that they put in and the sweetness. This is where the flavor of the coffeeness of it, I like to call it, mixes with that maple and the cloves, and it makes something new and different. I am not tasting some sort of a sweet, mapley, clovey kind of drink. I'm tasting something, I don't know what to call it. Interesting. Oh, gosh. Now, this will be something that I will make in the future. Certainly, if I wanted to taste more maple, I could put some more maple syrup in here. And by the way, maple syrup blends with coffee really well because pure maple syrup is actually rather thin. So, it mixes up into the coffee, doesn't form lumps or clumps. If you use artificial maple syrup or pancake syrup, here, let me show you something not to use, okay? Don't use this sort of stuff, This is sugar-free, but even the stuff with the sugar, only use 100% pure maple syrup. It needs to say 100% pure, okay? Because otherwise it may not mix in well, it may clump up, and it may give an unpleasant consistency or feeling in your mouth. Whereas this, the maple syrup, it just blends right in with the coffee. Ooh, now I wish I had made a great big cup. You know what I might do? I may go ahead, as much as I love my Pixie, well, I was going to say I may make something on my Vertuo, but hey, I could put in 2 or 3 capsules in a larger cup and a little bit of extra water from my Pixie and maple syrup and cloves, and then I could have a nice big cup of coffee. So, because, you know, the all of these espresso capsules that I've tried on my original line Pixie machine can stand up to more milk or more water, and you can still get a good flavor. Anyway, so that's something exciting, isn't it? It's a good sort of contrast to what I did yesterday. Wasn't it yesterday when I did coffee with cheese in the coffee? Listen, I hope you have a wonderful day. It seems like nobody's awake. I don't see that anybody's watching. I don't blame you. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and start my day, and I hope that you have a wonderful day and that you keep an open mind and consider trying new things, thinking about new things, doing new things.